And so this would go on here. What's nice about finials is you can put any type of finial you want on the top. I just put it on there loosely just to show you. And so I picked this up, and I think he said $1.99 for it, which I figured that's what it would be. And ooh, I almost dropped that. Hi, this is Dena with Left Lane Finds, and welcome back to my channel. The other day when I went to lunch with my friend, as I was driving home, I was like, ooh, let me stop by that thrift store. I'm going to be driving right past it. It is called the Step Thrift Store. I did a thrift with me, and if you didn't see that video, that's okay. You can watch this one first and then go back and watch that one. The link to the thrift with me will be down below in the description. I'll also put a link in the comments too. I always like to do that, put it both places. So let's get started. It wasn't a huge haul, but the first thing I saw when I got back into the thrift store, well, I wouldn't say it's the first thing I looked at though. I went to the window and looked at all of their little Christmas houses that they had, and then there's some shelves right up front near the register where they also had Christmas decorations, and I looked through those, and I did see a Christmas house that I was interested in, but I didn't want to put it in my cart right away because I thought, that's going to sit there anyways. And the place was crowded too. I was surprised how many people were at the thrift store. I was supposed to be getting my nails done. I still need to get those done, and every day I keep putting it off. I got to get my nails done. So I went into the back of the thrift store, which is where I really wanted to be. And as I was heading back there, I always want to go to where all of the china and vintage and all that is. But before I could even get that far in, on the left-hand side, I saw it hanging there because of the color of it. It was this. And I just look at the pattern on that. Isn't that awesome? And then I saw this. It's a Land's End, and it's $5.99. I do believe it was green tags were 50% off. I'm pretty sure nothing I got was 50% off. However, I am a VIP, and I think that gets me like a 10% discount or something like that. I'm not sure. I might have to check my receipt, but I think it's like a 10% discount. So I picked up this Land's End. Beautiful. Oh, and I did one of my no-nos I'm not supposed to do. I have a rule of never buying anything with a zipper without actually testing the zipper. And I picked this up, put it in the cart, never tested the zipper. I'm lucky when I got it home here that it works fine. It is a vest, so zippers aren't as important because you normally don't, zip them up, although you do. I love this so much. I'm going to comp it out, but I have a feeling this is going to be mine for a little bit before I list it up to sell. So I might use it this winter and then list it up next year. Another thing I noticed is that it has some spots on it, but I'm like, I just got to throw it in the washer. So other than that, it looks pretty new. It doesn't look like it was worn very much. I do live in Michigan, so it would get used even if I'm not using it for like skiing or snow or anything like that when we have to shovel snow. So this is temporarily mine. It's a temporary mine. That's kind of like how I say I'm sometimes vegetarian. I basically like to eat all kinds of food, but I really like veggies, but I don't want to be a complete vegetarian, so I say I'm a sometimes vegetarian. So I am sometimes wearing my thrift finds. So that is an almost mine. Looked around all of the bags that they had a lot of bags. They're trying a new thing where they're bagging up small items and they're throwing them up on top of the shelf, and you can just pick up the bags and look at them. However, most of the items in the bags are broken, and they're also separated from items that they put on the shelf. So you might see, like, if it's a pair, the one item is on the shelf and the second item is in a bag with a whole bunch of other items, which is broken. And the bags are like, priced around $3 or something like that. So I was like, they're trying. It's a, you know, trying a little bit. So I saw this in part of their Christmas display, and it is in the box. It says Village Square, Christmas 1997. It is a lighted fire station. I'm going to get this close to the camera so you guys can see it. And see if you guys can see that right there. And the other part I want to show you, so I paid $4.99 for it. Okay, down on the bottom on this side, it says right there, if you guys can see that at all, it says distributed by Mervyn's. So there's Department 56, and then there's Mervyn's in terms of these type of large Christmas little displays, the towns and the houses and all that kind of stuff. So the fire station, this actually does do well on eBay in terms of comps. And I thought, well, for $5, even if without looking it up, I think I was going to pick it up anyways, because I was like, at the very least, I could sell it for $15 or $20, $25. These are going anywhere between, I think it was 30, and I've seen some of them were listed high, like $50, but I'm not sure they're going to sell at 50. Maybe the person does that because they're going to run a sale. You know, they put it up at 50 and then they run a 20% off sale. That could be why people do that. That's why when you see things on eBay, there's a couple things you should do. You should always favorite your sellers. Favorite the sellers. I've been gaining more and more people like favoriting my shop on eBay and on Etsy. I used to have like 3 followers. Now I have like over 40 some followers. I don't know what my count is on Etsy. Haven't looked at that in a while, but I do know that it's been edging up because I see it when they favorite the shop. It tells me like, oh, so and so favored your shop. So as I see those notifications, I know more and more people are following me over there for all my vintage items. So I do a lot with vintage, but as you know, I sell everything. However, I am leaning toward, you know, the vintage side. So I have more vintage than I do of other things, but I am still going to do all the, you know, the fashion items and housewares and shoes and any other home goods that I can, you know, pick up and flip for a profit. I'm going to show you like this next item here. So back during my Black Friday, I don't know if you guys can see what's in there. This is a harp for a lamp, and this is the finial here. So this is what you would put on the top of the lamp, and the finial would go right on top of this. And it was kind of nice. It was in this. This is like for like pillowcases or something. I can actually get it out here. And so this would go on here. What's nice about finials is you can put any type of finial you want on the top. I just put it on there loosely just to show you. And so I picked this up, and I think he said $1.99 for it, which I figured that's what it would be. And ooh, I almost dropped that. I actually caught that. $1.99 for it, you know, plus my discount. I got it because I had bought a whole bunch of lamps back on Black Friday, and a couple of the lamps were actually for my daughter, and one of them didn't have a harp, and I couldn't find a harp in that store, and I'm like, guess what? I'm gonna keep my eyes out for a harp. Sure enough, what do I see? A harp. So I got this. This is gonna be hers. So far, there's only two things that aren't being sold right now, and one that is, but the one that's being sold pays for everything. And let's see here. Then the next thing I saw was this, and this was 99 cents. I just thought it was really neat. It's a, you know, U.S. Air Force mug. It just says Cuppa. It is made in the USA. So made in the USA. I'm going to look that up to see if this is vintage or not. This might be vintage. I think it might be. You know what? I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to look it up and let you know. Okay, I'm back. I looked up that mug on eBay, and because my thought was it might be vintage because it's made in the USA. It turns out Cuppa is a USA company, so all their mugs are made in the USA, so that's interesting. So it's not necessarily vintage. However, this exact mug sold for $16.75. I paid 99 cents for this plus my discount, so that's a pretty good turn. Can't wait to list this one. And this is really pretty. It shows, you know, I say pretty, but men were, men would like this one because it's the Air Force, but it's got old and new style of the, you know, planes on there. Because I can see the B-52 bomber right there, which is really new, but then it has some old-fashioned ones on here too. I don't know what these all are. I am not into planes enough to know what they are, but this is a really nice mug. And let me show you the bottom of it. That's what the bottom looks like. So that's kind of cool. And it looks like that this company actually will customize mugs for people. That's interesting. So I learned a little history on this as well. And that's why I like looking things up. I didn't just look it up on eBay. I looked it up for comps, but then I also Googled it. And when I Googled it, that's when I found things about the company itself. It looks like they work out of Florida. And let's see here. Oh, so the next item I found, yeah, gotta get this right. Next item I found was this. And where's the name? Oh, Keurig. So it's right there. It says Keurig, well, on the bottom too. So I saw this sitting up with all the thermoses, the plastic thermoses and the travel mugs and all that. And I was like, ooh, that looks like a really nice like thermos. And anything that's like stainless steel like this, I was like, that's got to be something that's of an expensive brand, or it's just an expensive accessory. And I wasn't sure what this was for until I realized that this plugs right into the Keurig coffee, you know, maker, and then you can put your coffee right in here. And so I did open it up and take a look inside, and it's, you know, decent inside. Just needs maybe a little bit of cleaning. So it doesn't look like it was used that much because it's not even like stained with coffee or anything like that. So a little bit of vinegar and baking soda, just so you know. Coffee makers, you can run vinegar and baking soda through your coffee maker and it'll clean it. It's good for doing your crafts, like the glass coffee crafts. You can do that too. And then of course you have to run water, just regular water, through your machine twice, and then your machine is all clean and ready to go. So you never want to put soap and water through a coffee machine. And you're really not supposed to put soap and water in a glass coffee craft because that taste of the soap is supposed to, it changes the taste of the coffee, and same with these. So I would only ever use vinegar and baking soda. And it can be like the generic baking soda. You can get the store brand, you know, or whatever. It doesn't matter. So I paid $3.99 for this. And I did look these up. I comped this out because I wasn't sure. And it goes between $20 and $25 plus shipping on eBay. So that's what I would put this up for me. And now we're at the last thing. And so this is the item that I saw up on the shelves by the register before I went out into the back shopping. I didn't want to put it in my cart because it was kind of big, and I don't know, I just didn't. The shopping carts are big enough. It wouldn't have mattered. Everything would fit. I don't know. I just thought, I'll just leave it there. I'll come back for it. Because I didn't think anybody was going to run over there and pick it up and buy it. Because a lot of times people don't like buying the big, bulky items. So this is another Mervyn's. This is the schoolhouse. I'm just going to show you guys on the camera here, and I'm going to bring it back so you can see it. So it is in the box. It's got the foam and all that, and the cord, and it was like nicely put in there. I did, when I was up at the register, I was going to try to pull these out at the register to look at them to see if they were, make sure they're, you know, in good shape and not chipped or broken. And I couldn't get them out of the box. It was just too awkward, and I was like, and there was a line behind me. I was like, oh, forget it. I'm just going to buy it. It Was this one was $5.99 for $5.99, and I think I can sell it for anywhere between, you know, $20, $30, $35, maybe more. Because these are these are like part of the town, like a schoolhouse, a fire station, you know, those type of ones sell for a little bit more than just like the plain houses. And as I learn more and more about these, I will keep my eye out for Department 56 and Mervyn's for flipping for profit. And that is the total haul. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give me that thumbs up, put any comments or questions down below, and subscribe to my channel. As you guys know, I'm doing 100 videos in 100 days. I'm trying to build up my channel, so I'd really appreciate it. You know, my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm slowly edging up there. I know it's a slow process, but I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. So please subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.